Ever been in the middle of doing something ordinary, like washing the dishes, walking somewhere, lying in the dark before sleep, and suddenly your mind went somewhere extraordinary? A vivid image, a solution to something that had been bothering you for weeks, arriving out of nowhere like a gift you didn't ask for. Everyone has had that moment, but most people never realize how that moment arrives. The way your imagination moves and builds and surprises you is unique to you. It reveals the way you see the world that goes far deeper than you expect. This quiz will show you what your creative mind is made of, and what it finds out about you will surprise you. You have 10 seconds to answer each question. Write down your points as you go. At the end, your total will tell you something about yourself you've probably felt but never had words for. Before we reveal something new about you that you may not have known, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. We want to bring you more of these videos. Question 1. You are given one completely free day. No plans, no responsibilities, no one waiting for you. The whole day is yours. What do you do with it? A. I wander somewhere I've never been before and see what I find. B. I stay home and lose myself in a project I've been putting off. C. I spend it with people I love, just talking and laughing. D. I find somewhere quiet and completely still and just think. Okay, boys and girls, if you picked A, that is 30 points. If you picked B, give yourselves 10 points. For those with C, 20 points, and for those who picked D, take 40 points. Question 2. If you could have one of these in your home, which would you choose? A. A wall covered entirely in books. B. A huge window overlooking something wild, a forest, an ocean, mountains. C. A room with instruments, paints, and tools for making things. D. A perfectly organized space with exactly what you need and nothing else. Okay then, let's see where we are. For A, you get 40 points this time. For B, give yourself 20. For C, you earn 10 points. And for D, you get 30 points. You are trying to solve a problem that has been frustrating you for days. Which of these is most like what happens next? A, you stop trying and do something completely unrelated, and the answer arrives on its own. B, you write everything down, map it out, look at it from every angle until something breaks open. C, you talk it through with someone. Out loud, in conversation, the answer comes through words. D, you sit with it quietly until one clear path emerges from the noise. All right, let's reveal the points. If you picked A, give yourself 20 points. If B was your choice, then you have 10 points. If you pick C, that's worth 30 points, and for picking D, you get a whopping 40 points. Question 4. You are halfway there. Okay, which of these places feels most like home to you? A vast open field under a sky full of stars. A dense forest where everything is layered and alive. A busy, beautiful city full of noise and light and movement. A single room with a candle and rain against the window. Okay, let's see where we are with these answers now. A is winner winner chicken dinner, top score of 40 points. If you picked B, that's a respectable 30 points. For C, a paltry 10 points. Just joking. And D gets you a nice 20 points. Question 5. Pick one word that feels most like the inside of your mind. I would say I'm restless. I think I'm layered. I would say warm. Oh, definitely still. Yes, I would say still. Okay, let's see how you scored this time. If you picked A, that gets you 10 points. For picking B, give yourself 30 points. For those who picked C, you get 20 points. And D is the highest points here with 40 points. Question 6. If you could wake up tomorrow with one of these abilities, which would you choose? A. The ability to build or make anything you can imagine perfectly with your hands. B. The ability to see connections between things that nobody else notices. C. The ability to make anyone feel exactly what you want them to feel through words or music. D. The ability to enter a state of total focus and solve any problem in silence. Time to reveal the points. Here, A equals 10 points. For B, give yourself 30 points. For C, you'll get 20 points, and here D earns you 40 points. Question 7. Which of these animals do you feel most drawn to? Answer A, a crow. Curious, clever, always watching. Answer B, wolf. Instinctive, loyal, moving through the world on feeling. Answer C, a dolphin. Playful, fast, in constant joyful motion. Answer D, an owl. Quiet, patient, seeing clearly in the dark. Okay, here we go with the points. O equals 30 points. B gets you 20 points. C means you get 10 points. D is the big one again with 40 points. Question 8. Someone shows you something they made. A drawing, a meal, a plan, a piece of writing. What do you notice first? A, the small details, the choices they made that most people would walk past. Answer B, the feeling it gives you. Before you can name anything specific, you feel something. C, the story behind it. Why did they make this? What were they thinking? What does it mean? D, what you would do differently? Not critically, just instinctively. Your mind goes there. Let's go over the points now. Here A is 30 points. B means you get 20 points. If you pick C, you get 10 points, and D gets you a whopping 40 points.
Question 9. Which of these things would you rather be known for? A, making things that last, things people return to again and again. B, seeing what others miss, the pattern beneath the surface. C, making people feel something real in a moment that mattered. D, finding the answer no one else could find.
Okay, here come the scores. We'll give you 10 points if you picked A, you'll get 30 points if you picked B for C, you'll get 20 points, and D gets you a clean 40 points. This is our last question, question 10. Which color feels most alive to you? B, deep gold. Rich, warm, full of something almost ancient. B, electric blue. Sharp, awake, impossible to ignore. Soft rose, tender, close, the color of something loved. D, charcoal gray. Quiet and serious with everything underneath it. Okay, let's see what you got here. For A, you get 10 points. For B, you get 30 points. If you pick C, you get 20 points, and D gets you 40 points. Pencils down, you have 15 seconds to add up your total. Your score falls somewhere between 100 and 400 points. Here are the four ranges: 100 to 175 points, 176 to 250 points, 251 to 325 points, 326 to 400 points. Find your range. Your result is next. You are the spark chaser. You don't wait for inspiration to arrive. You go out and find it. You are someone who needs motion, novelty, and the slight electric charge of not quite knowing what comes next. Your best ideas don't come to you at a desk. They come when you're moving, when something unexpected crosses your path, when the world throws something at you that you didn't plan for. You collect things, images, fragments of conversations, half-finished thoughts, and somewhere in the collision of all of it, something ignites. People around you are often energized just by being near you, because the way you engage with the world is contagious. You make ordinary things feel like they might be hiding something remarkable. The honest edge. The same restlessness that makes you brilliant at starting things can make finishing feel like a kind of small death. Because once something is complete, the spark has to find somewhere new to go. You sometimes leave trails of beautiful beginnings behind you. The forward aspiration. The world needs people who can find fire in unexpected places, and you are one of them. The moment you learn to carry one spark all the way through to a flame, there will be no limit to what you can light. Now think of one person in your life whose result you already know. Send this to them and see if you're right. 176 to 250 points. You are the deep weaver. Your mind works beneath the surface. While other people see what is in front of them, you see what connects it to everything else. You notice patterns in places most people would never look. In the way a conversation ends, in the shape of a problem, In the space between two things that seem unrelated. You are the person who says something quietly in a room, and 3 days later, someone realizes you were right. Your creativity doesn't announce itself loudly. It builds slowly, in layers, each one resting on the last, until something appears that is so completely whole it feels like it was always there. You are drawn to things with depth, books, people, questions that don't have clean answers. The honest edge. The same depth that makes your work extraordinary can make it invisible to people who haven't learned to be patient. You sometimes hold things back until they are perfect, which means the world occasionally waits longer than it needs to for what you have to offer. The forward aspiration. Everything that has ever lasted was built by someone who cared more about depth than speed. And that someone is you. What you are building quietly and carefully will still be standing long after the noise has faded. Comment below with your result and tell us, does it surprise you or did you already know? Before we go on, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. We want to bring you more of these videos. 251 to 325 points, the heart maker. You create to connect. Every idea you have, everything you make or say or share, is ultimately in service of one question. Will this make someone feel less alone? You have a rare and specific gift. The ability to take something private and interior and turn it into something that other people immediately recognize as their own experience. When you make something, you aren't thinking about technique or structure first. You are thinking about the person on the other end of it, what they are carrying, what they need, what might make them feel for one moment that the world is warmer than they thought. People remember how you made them feel long after they have forgotten what you said. The honest edge. The same attunement to other people's feelings that makes your creativity so powerful can sometimes make it hard to know what you want to make for yourself alone, without an audience in mind. Your deepest work may be waiting in the space where you create with no one watching. The forward aspiration. In a world that is increasingly loud and increasingly disconnected, the ability to make people genuinely feel something is not a soft skill. It is the rarest and most needed thing there is. Use it on purpose. Now think of one person in your life whose result you already know. Send this to them and see if you're right. 326 to 400 points. The quiet architect. Your mind is a place of extraordinary order and extraordinary depth simultaneously. You think in structures, not rigid ones, but elegant ones, the kind that hold enormous weight without showing the effort. You're rarely the loudest person creating, but you are often the one whose work lasts longest, because you build from the inside out. You need silence the way other people need oxygen. Not because you are unsocial, but because your best thinking happens in a place other people can't easily reach. You have ideas that you haven't told anyone yet because you are waiting until they are ready. You are almost always the most interesting person in the room, and almost never the one talking the most. The honest edge. The same precision that makes your work so considered can make it hard to release, because there is always one more thing that could be better, one more layer that could be added. The world is sometimes waiting for something you believe is not yet finished, but which is already remarkable. The forward aspiration, the most enduring things ever made, the structures that outlasted their builders, the ideas that changed how people see the world, came from minds like yours. The only question is whether you will let what you carry reach the people who are waiting for it. So, what was your score? Tell us about it. Did the result come as a surprise? If you sent this result to someone who knows they agree with it, please subscribe and hit the bell so we can bring you more quizzes like this. Remember to also give us a thumbs up